You're watching PowerNation. Today on Music City Trucks, we get our F-250 in the shop and we give it some help to haul our fleet of trailers.
We upgrade the towing capabilities by installing our Gooseneck receiver hitch that has minimal drilling and bolts into the factory frame with ease.
Then give our rear end a lift by adding an onboard air suspension setup.
Can you go a little quicker?
Yes. We'll show you a few different air systems that fit your application before filling our bags.
Plus upgrade our stopping power with a heavy-duty brake kit, so stick around.
All right, go ahead.
Good?
Yep, that'll work. Well, hey guys, welcome to Music City Trucks. Well, here at PowerNation, we got a few different types of trailers that we haul around all our project vehicles with. And our latest tow rig, well, it's not up to par to handle these different types of trailers.
Yeah, one of the things it's lacking is a receiver hitch for these gooseneck trailers you see behind us. We're gonna add a couple more goodies that's gonna make this thing a great tow pig.
Yep, let's get it in the shop.
Let's do it. All right, home sweet home.
Yep, get this on the lift here.
Yeah,
Good over here.
Start ripping into her.
Good.
Watch these mirrors. About, oh.
That'll work. Right
Yeah,
up
we're
there.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
That looks pretty good.
All right. All right, I'm gonna run over, grab the door, get some tools.
Sounds good. So yeah, you know guys, we just got finished with a Chevrolet. So now for you Ford guys, well, we got our Ford F-250. This is a diesel flavor. And like we were saying, we're gonna put a gooseneck hitch on this thing. So let's show you what we're working with. So to maximize the towing capabilities of our Ford back there, we're gonna install this gooseneck hitch we got from B&W. Now, this thing is 100% American made and it comes with a lifetime warranty. This thing is pretty neat to install because you don't have to take the bed off. That's all good for you guys at home. You can put it all from the bottom there. Also, the way this thing works here, we've got our ball that drops in. When you need to tow something, you take it out, and then you can have the full landscape of your bed there. There's nothing obstructing it. So you get different accessories to go in here as well to use if you want to throw your wife in the back and have the ball and the chain. So enough about that. Now we got to get the spare tire out and cut the hole in the bed and get this thing installed. Oh yeah, that'll work.
All right, now that Mike's got our spare tire out, I'm gonna go ahead and drill our 4-inch hole here for our ball receiver. Now Ford makes these trucks real easy because they already got a mark here, center punched, ready to rock and roll since they offer a fifth wheel gooseneck package from the factory. So let's go ahead and get this thing drilled. All right, that looks good. Let's get this thing up in the air and let's get this bracket on it. Safety first.
And next up, we got to lower our exhaust pipe here, give us a little bit more clearance. I got a bracket to lower this up. All right, Anthony,
I'll
you
get you on the inside here.
I'll grab the brackets.
All right, so we got these new brackets for these hangers. It allows us to drop this exhaust down, get it where we want it. Let's go ahead and get that installed. Ready to go ahead and pull down a little bit more for me, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get these bottom ones started before you hammer that second one home.
Well, I'm not even close.
Something like that. I'll zip these up. Flip that around and yeah, let's grab that one there. Well, you
You can do it.
The ratcheting wrench doesn't want to ratchet. There she goes.
There it is.
Okay. On to the next step.
Coming up, with the holes in the bed, we'll show you how easy it is to install a gooseneck trailer hitch to give your tow pig more versatility when hauling your projects. Ah, there we go. All right, so next thing up, we got to take these two connectors out and flip them underneath this bracket. There's just a little push on the top, and then you pull it out. Get the Christmas trees out, which like to fight. Flip them right here, just like so. Flip your connector, plug it back in. Do the same on this other black that's right over here. All right, it helps squeezing these little Christmas trees when you're trying to get them out.
Plates in here.
I am in place there, Mike. Oh yeah, got that one? Let's get one more. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll hold these and you can get those started.
Washer.
So
Lock
snug them
washer.
up and keep so they don't fall off, and we'll tighten them later once all the bolts are in place.
All right.
Snug. All right, let's get the other side.
Let's do it.
All right, driver side.
Front door. All right.
B&W.
Not like A&W.
I was thinking more like the car company.
Oh, Bavaria Motor Works?
Yeah, really expensive at first, then depreciates in value really quick.
All right, one a little tighter on this side, isn't it?
Yeah, you got that big harness to deal
I'm
with.
gonna back that bolt out just a skosh.
Okay.
Okay, one side on. All right.
All right, now for the cross members.
All right, next up, we're gonna get our cross members in place. Now there's 4 of these total with 2 different ones per side. It's a good idea to label them A and B before you get them in there so you're not wrestling them in there and they're the wrong ones. You're gonna use your black flange bolts with the Loctite already installed, so that way it makes it nice and easy. Now we're gonna keep everything nice and loose, so that way when we go to final tighten everything, it's not locked into place. All right, now we're gonna install this bracket, which is the exact opposite of the other side, making this the A bracket. Okay, 2 more to go. All right, everything's loose, leave that alone, it's on to the next. Up next, we got our cross member bracket. Go ahead and slide it up in our carriage bolts here. It's a little tricky. Once that's in, we'll put a couple of nuts on it to hold it in place. Look at that.
Ah, snuck in here.
Nice.
Get those started. Now I need those big boys. Bolts to line everything up. Bingo. Now we'll take these back out. There it goes. All right, now our big bolts again. Good from my point of view. How about yours? Woo-doo.
Next up, let's get this bracket in place.
Wiggle.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Yep.
Good. All right, now that we got that bracket in here, go with these last couple bolts in there. Now, B&W recommends that you use some kind of lifting device to get this thing in here. They even sell one, you know, but if you have an extra set of hands, you can do it that way too. A couple more washers. This kit actually went together really easily, and it's very well thought out and engineered, and I'm pretty happy with it. So far, so good. All right, get those tightened up, we'll be good to go.
Okay, next step is the bolts on the outside here. All right, with that hardware on those side brackets there, well, that wraps up all the bolts installed. Now you just gotta go through and tighten everything. Now they have a very specific sequence on how to tighten that thing. You gotta get that center piece in between the frame rails parallel and up flush with the bed, and then you go through and tighten everything in a certain order.
Yep, and then after that, we're gonna drill a couple 11/16 holes for our safety chain, and we'll be good to go.
I tell you what, this thing was pretty easy to install.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it really was, and it really is a well-engineered piece of equipment, and as a welder fabricator, that really makes me happy because it makes our job easier.
Right, right. Well, let's get things torqued up and move it on down the road.
Let's do it.
Up next, when adding more weight to your towing capacity, it's a good idea to add some lift to your rear to make sure your loads are level when hauling down the highway. We'll give you some tips on picking the right air suspension for your tow rig.
Hey guys, well, as you can see, we got our B&W receiver all installed, and it went in without a hitch. We also installed our safety U-chain hook points, and we got the ball in the truck. Now there's a couple other things we got to do back here to help level our load.
Yeah, so the last time we had our truck out pulling one of our project vehicles, I noticed how much the back end of the truck was really sagging there. So to bring that truck up, make it level, make it more stable to drive when it's loaded, well, we're gonna add a set of air springs to the back. So I called up Summit Racing, and they sent us these kits from Airlift Company there. And it's kind of a good, better, best scenario here that I wanna show you on these offerings. The first one here, this good kit, this airbag offers 5,000 pounds of leveling capability. It's got the brackets, everything you need. And then kind of a better option, we have that same size bag, but internally there's a jounce bumper to make it a little bit more stable. And then sort of a best option here is a 7,500 pound spring. You can see the difference there between the two. So it's going to give you a little bit more leveling capability and also a lot beefier bracket setup. Once again, they're bolt in, no drilling needed. And then to air up those bags, well, you need a compressor and a management system here. So we also have a good, better, best scenario. The first one here, this is our air compressor. You have to mount that on the frame somewhere, but then you have to run a gauge inside the cab, wire it up, have an air line also that runs to that to monitor that system pressure. And it is a single output to those bags. A better setup is this one here. This is their WirelessONE kit. So this has an easy mount bracket to go on the frame rail, and it's more controlled electronically. You have a remote control, and you also have from an app on your phone that you can manage it. This one has a single output to both bags as well. And their wireless air system here, more of a best option that they offer, has that same compressor, same electronic management there that you can have your phone with the app. But it also has two outputs to each bag, so you can manage those airbags independently if you had an uneven load right there. So we're gonna go with this setup here for the compressor, and then this 7,500 pound bag for our truck. Let's get it installed. We'll start by removing the factory bump stop and the retaining bolts. Then we'll install the upper frame bracket. Hey, Anthony.
What do you got there, Mikey?
So this is the next bracket to go on. It goes on the back side of the frame rail, but it's right here. So I know you already torqued those.
I did.
Yeah.
And they weren't easy.
We're gonna take them back out. Just the nuts, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
we
the
can.
nuts.
I don't think that's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah. Let's get those off.
All right. Let me grab a ratchet. All right. You good?
Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm.
One down. All right. Nice work. You want to grab the torque wrench and work it this time?
Well, it wants it to leave it loose at this point, so.
I'm gonna give you the honors on that one.
Perfect. All right, so we've got all the brackets already installed onto the bags here in the kit. Now we're just gonna set it on the frame rail here.
4 hands seems to be better than 2 in this circumstance.
Yeah. And these bolts specify on this side, go to the back side of the brake line there, snug that bracket, and then gotta make sure it's hugging that factory U-bolt for the leaf springs there. Looks like it's it.
Yep.
All right, we'll get the next pieces there.
So in order to get us to sit nice and tight to the leaf spring, we're gonna go ahead and install this U-bolt into the uppermost hole. Put a couple lock nuts with a washer on it and tighten it down. All right, now that we got our bag assembly in here, we got our U-bolt through the lower, it's held to the axle. We're gonna go ahead and have Mike jack it up over there, and we'll get this in place.
What up?
Can you go a little quicker?
Yes, yes, yes.
Getting there.
I think that's about it right there. All right, let's see. Lifting the truck up.
All right. We got one. You got any more? Get those tightened up, and then we'll be good to go on this side. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm good over here, Mike.
All right, get this one. All right.
You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Beautiful.
Okay, one down. One to go. Good?
Yep. One more bracket here on the bottom. We'll get this on. Get the hardware started, then when we get the other side installed, we can put it back on the ground and tighten this up. That'll hold that on that axle. All right.
When towing, it's a good idea to upgrade your brakes to handle the heat when hauling heavy loads.
Well, hey guys, welcome back. Well, we got the bags mounted up on the chassis. Now the next step is this compressor right here. We mounted it right here to the frame rail, and then I've got the wires going up ready to terminate at the fuse box. Anthony, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just routing some old blow tubes back to the bags. That way we can actually fill them with some air. You know, one cool thing about the airlift kit is they send you a couple T-fittings here, along with some air line that's terminated with some Schrader valves on it. Now, what that's gonna allow us to do, in case our compressor ever goes out or anything like that, we can run a Schrader valve, and we're gonna put it back here behind the fuel door, and that's gonna allow us to pump it up with a bicycle pump or a compressor if you got it off another truck or something like that, and it'll get us going down the road. Now, the only thing I got left to do over here is get these lines the other side, get them hooked up, and we'll be good to go. All right, got the line to the bag. Now, there's one thing you want to pay attention to when cutting these plastic airlines, and that is you got to make a straight cut on it. Whether you're using the airline cutters or a razor blade, just make sure it's nice and square. All right, we are good to go. One side down, one to go. We're almost there.
All right, so we got our wires run underneath the hood here from the compressor, power and ground, and they also have a pink wire in this harness too that you can hook up to a switch 12-volt source. So whenever the key is on, it's gonna send power to the compressor and wake it up. But we're gonna omit that one because this thing actually has a little bit of cool technology where it's called wake on motion, an algorithm there. So whenever the vehicle moves, that lets it to start up. So we're gonna utilize that technology on this kit right here and see how it works. So it's got power going on. There's our ground. And she should be ready to program with our little remote, but we got one more thing we're gonna do in this truck today. Let's get to it.
Now that we got our truck upgraded with our new Gooseneck Hitch, along with our airbags, we wanted to make one more upgrade, and that's our brakes. And for that, we hit up PowerStop, and they sent over their Z36 truck and tow upgrade kit. And that comes with a zinc-plated rotor you see here. Now it's drilled and slotted, and that's gonna help with heat dissipation along with moisture control, and it's also gonna help with road debris. Now they also give you a set of their ceramic pads in the kit that's gonna help get this heavy load under control. Hey, Mike, we're all torqued up back here.
All
This
right.
thing about ready to rip.
Yeah, well, with it back on the ground, let's see if this thing will air up.
All right.
Yep. Looks good. I don't hear anything leaking.
Yeah,
so.
what do you got, about 10 pounds?
Yeah, about 10 pounds in it, just to fill it up.
Yeah, no, feels good. I think that's a job well done, man. Can't wait to go pick up some new projects.
Right. Yeah, we still got a lot to do on this project here, but that's all for today. Tune in next time on Music City Trucks.